Hey guys, it's Ashley Cunningham here, and I'm really excited to be channeling Krishna for you tonight. I received so many really awesome questions, and I cannot wait to hear what he has to say on all of them. I want to highlight where you guys can post questions if you haven't seen that already. On the day of, or maybe the day before, typically on Thursdays, I channel a pre-recorded session for you guys, and I just collect all these questions. And basically, I'll put a post out on several different platforms. So I will post in my Facebook group called Channeling with Love. If you want to join, it's a really high vibe location on Facebook where we just share really cool spiritual messages, memes, funny posts. We cheer each other on, and it's just a really light-filled space on Facebook, and I really enjoy it. I post every week a picture of who I'm going to be channeling, and I collect questions there. I also collect questions from my Instagram. So you can find me at Ashley Cunningham Medium on Instagram, and I again typically post a quick little picture of the individual or being that I'm channeling for that day, and I ask for questions, and I collect questions from there. So you can also catch up with me on either events that I'm doing or classes that I'm doing, or weekly channelings, or sometimes I just post pictures of nature and things that I see around me that I want to share out. So definitely follow me on Instagram. It's a pretty cool space. I also have my YouTube channel. This is where you can find me on YouTube, just Ashley Cunningham, or I think you can search Ashley Cunningham Medium and you're going to find me there as well. And I post all my every Thursday weekly content straight onto YouTube, and then I share it out to all of my other social media platforms from there. So you can definitely subscribe and hit that little notification button, and you'll be able to see all of my content as soon as I post on my YouTube channel. I also have a Facebook business page. You can search for me at Ashley Cunningham Medium, and I post the same events as I do in Channeling with Love, but you can kind of see more of my different various events. I currently have an event out right now. Kristin Davies and I are going to be hosting a week-long class in the beginning of December called Mastering Your Energy in 2020. And I'm really excited about it because it's going to be really awesome to delve into what's going to happen in 2020 energetically. How can you handle the energies that are going to be coming in? How do you handle moon phases? What does the year of the rat mean? And how can you handle the ups and downs of all of the Ascension symptoms that are probably going to be slamming us pretty hard for most of 2020. So definitely check that out if you're interested in more of the details. It's on my Facebook business page at Ashley Cunningham Medium. And you can definitely, in the event, it's under my events, you can see all of the additional details listed there. But if you want to register for the course, go to KristinDaviesMedium.com. She's going to be taking your payment and signing you up for the class. It is held in a private Facebook group, so everything that we prepare ahead of time and all of the live videos that we're going to be doing are going to be in a private Facebook group, and it's just going to be a small little community. So it's going to be really awesome. And I think, and I've done classes like that before. I've participated and helped lead classes. And every time I'm in that sort of groove, I guess you could say, I find that there's so many amazing people that you just instantly connect with, and it's like joining a soul group family reunion basically, because there's so many people that are really high vibe, interested in the same things that you are. And I have some lifelong friends out of a lot of the classes that I've attended or led. So I really, really enjoy that smaller, more private Facebook group experience when learning about a lot of this stuff. So I hope that I can see you guys there. It's going to be actually a lot of fun. I'm really excited. And let's see here. So we have, that's about all of my social media. If you wish to sign up for a reading with me or check out any of my other services, I have a few different types of readings as well as consultations or channeling practice services. So you can check me out at channelingwithlove.com. It's the same name as my Channeling with Love Facebook group. And I also have a Channeling with Love YouTube channel. So I don't have a picture for that, but I'll make sure I have one for next time. But you can look up Channeling with Love in the YouTube search bar and you'll find my channel. So, and on Channeling with Love, there are not only my videos, but there's videos from other mediums and healers and people that I think are really high vibe and super cool, and they post a lot of really amazing content. So it's kind of a cool place to go and kind of sample a lot of the light workers that are out there, and you can hear from an array of different mediums or healers or channelers. So I really enjoy that space. Definitely check it out. Yeah, and I think we are ready to dive in to the questions. So I am going to be looking at a list over here. So sorry if I'm not looking straight into the camera the whole time, but I have quite a long list of questions here. But I'm going to try and get settled in, and let's get Krishna's message. What would he like to say to us first before I dive into questions? I'm feeling a lot of just really peaceful energy. I don't know if you guys are feeling this, but it's just like a wave, a wash of really beautiful, golden, peaceful, loving, warm energy. And I'm kind of hearing chuckling in my ear, my right ear. And Krishna is presenting to me as kind of a mid-teen, dark blue skin, as he has been depicted in a lot of different pictures. He's shown as like a little child as well as a full-grown adult. He can shapeshift and choose any presentation he wishes. But he's kind of like presenting to me as like an older teen, still a kid, but not an adult, which is interesting. I don't know why. Maybe there's something to that. He's saying, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time to connect, to share your questions, to be curious and interested in something, in someone that may be a little different than who you are used to hearing from or connecting with. I'm Krishna. I am most closely associated with the Hindu religion. There are some who are not Hindu who follow me or listen to my teachings. I am a godlike being. Some may say the most godlike presence, if you believe that. We all work together. There are many of us who have the mantle of being, he's showing like supreme godlike, like kind of higher up than an ascended master. Whatever you may believe, just know that I am a high vibrational being of light and love. I connect with many in different ways, not always through a specific religion or a specific, he's showing me like canon, specific writings. There are many things that has been written about Krishna or from Krishna or maybe what Krishna has said. But he's saying it's all just a means to connect to spirit, to love and light, to source energy. And I am excited to be introduced to many who are not as familiar with who I am as some. My message for today is to applaud the many individuals who are just beginning on their ascension journey, who are starting to ask questions, who are slowing down to realize that there is more to this experience than just waking up, going to work, being with your family, going back to sleep, and doing it all over again. There's joy to be had, love to be shared, lessons to be learned. And it is important that you focus on the present moment, focus on where the love where the love is sourced. He's showing me like love coming in all directions. So where can it come from? Focus on where the love is, where you can give love, receive love, allow others to be in love, not in love romantically with a partner, but more just to be in love, the energy. You can invite love, light source energy in to be all around you, to hold you within a bubble of warm, loving energy. It's like a warm embrace. You have the power to call this in. You have the power to bask in the light of love. You have the power to shine that light. It is up to you to choose. Many are choosing unconsciously. Many have embraced just an air of acceptance and allowing. Many are awakening to the fact that they are a being of love and light. You are discovering yourselves. This is an exciting time here on the planet. Many have said and have shared out, but I will repeat this, that the light has won. We have passed the tipping point. There is more light flooding onto the planet. It's escalating very quickly. Millions and millions of people are aware or are beginning to blossom. He's showing me people being aware, like kind of sitting up for the first time and just kind of looking around and really seeing what is around them. And also people who are just falling in and blossoming and opening up in a really beautiful way. Awakening is a unique journey to each of us humans. And it is a beautiful journey to witness, to be a part of, to interact with those who are on it. He's showing me, he's just so happy and excited to provide support, to provide love and light to those who are asking for it, to those who are willing to accept it, to those who may need it and have called upon Spirit to help. He's there and he's very excited. And now he's showing me himself a little younger, actually, more like 10 or 11 years old, kind of just running around giving everyone big hugs and smiling. Kind of being funny, like tricking and just being silly, but just giving everyone really, I want to say intentional. He's putting the feeling of intent. There's an intent there to share love and light with each of you, to give you a hug and to transmute energy into you. Or he's saying not transmute, but to transact. So to give you more energy, to pour love and light upon you. And then that allows you to go forth and share that with others. He works he's showing me working with many beings. So first and foremost, and this popped into my head to ask, like, who do you work with? Do you work with everyone? Do you work with specific groups? Do you just work with the Hindu gods and goddesses? Who do you work with? And he's putting in my head a group of like every type of being you could think of, and some that you can't even think of because we don't have any concept for them as a being, like who they are and what they're about, where they're from. And he's showing me a lot of groups that I like to connect with. So like the Blue Avians and the Orions and the Pleiadians and the Tall Whites, the Lyrans, a lot of the alien beings that I like to work with and connect with and speak with, the Council of Light, as well as the army of angels and archangels and Christ consciousness and Buddha and Saint Germain. He's just like, there's just a list. It's just anyone that you can think of. They all work together. They're all on the same team. He's able to connect with people who resonate with him. And so he does provide not extra, but provides, he's kind of showing me like loving care to those who really resonate with him and call him in on a regular basis. So people who primarily follow Hinduism, but he is not only for Hinduism or people who follow Hinduism. He's for everyone. Oh, excuse me. And he's saying, I'm here to help. Ask me to help you on your journey. And he's showing me an example of what he can do to help you on your awakening journey. He's showing me someone who's just kind of like bopping along their path, really starting to pop their head up and try and see around them and sense energy around them. And he's showing me him coming in and really working with individuals who are trying to open their chakras, open their senses, and be able to identify energy. So you can call on him to help you do that. He's putting a lot of energy right here in my my third eye area in my crown, all up here on my face, on my head. It's like he's just putting his hand right on my head. And he's saying that's because I am. He's really tall now. He was just a minute ago a younger child, like 10, 11-year-old. Now he's showing me he's like a really tall god, and his hand is just resting on my head. And he's just chuckling at my commentary on his appearance. But he's saying, let's dive into questions now. My main purpose was to provide a short introduction to let you know that I am of love and light and would wish to work with you. And I'm excited for the many who are just starting on their journey. And I am proud of the many who are already on their journey, far along their journey, and are continuing to dedicate time and effort and love to themselves and to those around them to continue in following their life path and their journey. It is not always easy, and I applaud you for hanging in there, for enduring, for facing the challenges that you have chosen for yourself or have been presented to you for your highest good, and getting through it, surviving, and learning and growing even stronger and better and brighter, and sharing that love with all. He's saying, okay, let's get to questions. Nikki, she just asked, what can we call on you for? Also, do you have a message for me? Thanks. So Nikki, he already kind of answered your question. You can call on him for awakening support, so opening your chakras, practice with him and sensing his energy. He's saying, I can provide guidance as I shall do for you in a moment. I can shower you with my love and light. I can help your team, so your angel team, coordinate, support, and help you along your path. I am here as a being of love and light to spread as much love and light as possible. So call on me when you feel lonely or even happy, when you want to share love and light with others. I would be very happy to work with anyone who is interested in me or would resonate with me as I am. He's showing me a lot of different things, so he's kind of flipping a lot of pictures, but he's basically love. He's basically love and light, and he wants the best for all of us, and he's just really there to support us as best as he can, as best as we'll allow him to, because we do have to ask, or give permission, so we can allow him to come in. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. What messages does he have for you, Nikki? I'm feeling another being behind me, and I think it's your guardian angel. And I feel like they're talking to each other. They're here, but they're like not focused on me. And now he's shifting to you. They were having a conversation. And basically he's saying, Nikki, you're doing really well. You're on your path. Working on self-love and self-care should be a priority. Make sure you're going within to discern what is best for you in every moment, in the moment. And you are surrounded by much love and light. Sometimes it's hard to remember that as we go through our day-to-day, but he's really highlighting that for you, underlining it for you. You are surrounded by love and light. Know that within your being, within every cell of your body. Ask for support and take action steps that will benefit your highest good. And he's just showering you with love and light, Nikki. He's surrounding you. He's showing me you kind of sitting down, maybe on a couch or in a chair, and just there's this bubble around you of like really bright golden light. It's just really pretty. So I hope that resonates for you. Ursula is asking, how can Krishna help us on our ascension journey? Is there an area of expertise that we should be aware of? For those of us who did not grow up in Hindu traditions, how can we get to know Krishna better? These are excellent questions. I believe we have already addressed the first. Call on me if you are interested in working with me for your growth and development on your ascension journey. I will help you. An area of expertise that we should be aware of. He's saying, I am an expert of love, of sharing and showering love for others, shining light, helping individuals see the underlying elements of love in every moment that they experience. There is no separation between each of you within and source, love and light. And that is my expertise. Sometimes I am tricky. And he's showing me again a little boy running around playing tricks and being really cute and sweet, but also like kind of naughty. And then also showing me him as an older man being very gentlemanly-like and courtly almost, and just being very loving and gentle and tender. And just his energy, the energy oozes off. It's just love and light. So he's showing me lots of different pictures. He's very visual as he is with me. So this is really interesting for me because my guardian angel, I think a lot of you have seen the video I just did with Kristin Davies about how my guardian angel communicates with me in primarily images, but a lot of other beings don't necessarily do that with me. They communicate in different ways, but he is very full-on visuals. And he's saying this is what he is helping me to develop and grow in, is my clairvoyance. And he can do this for many of you. If you wish to have stronger clairvoyance, you can ask him to come in. He would be more than happy to show you images of himself, of material matter that he wishes to speak with you on. And he's just kind of chuckling now. For those of us who did not grow up in the Hindu traditions, how can we get to know Krishna better? He's just saying, talk to me. Ask to have a conversation with me. Ask for guiding information. You can look him up. He's showing me people looking him up on like Google, on like Wikipedia, on any sort of Hindu site. Feel free to read up on him as a being online, but the key is, and he's underlining this again, use discernment. Go within to check in and see, does this resonate with the being Krishna? Does this resonate with me? Do I need to learn more on this being, on this topic? There may be an element of some sort of piece of information. He's showing me like bias or stories that are kind of embellished. There may be elements of that, but there also may be kernels of universal truth that really resonate with you. And when you read things online, using discernment, really thinking about the material is important. It's okay to reject things. It's okay to not agree with things. Maybe as you are on your scholarly journey, he's saying, as you're looking things up and doing research, you may circle back to different ideas and reconcile them with others that you agree with. This helps broaden your perspective. And going within to feel that yes or no within your body is going to be really important. Your angels, as well as Krishna, can help you practice in understanding the push and pull of the energy that they provide you as they guide you along your path. So using discernment. So read up on him, talk with him. I know, Ursula, you can channel pretty well, so there should be no barriers there. So definitely ask him to come in. And whenever I hear this and I hear the answers from the beings, they're always saying generally the same thing. Talk to us, ask us questions, connect with us, ask us to come in with their energy and really let you feel them. And I think that's the best way, because there's so much out there on so many beings that there's some good information and there's some made up or not good information. Using your discernment is the best way to really develop a strong relationship with a being. And this reminds me also of Mother Mary. And I can't remember the individual's name who channels her a lot. And I'm kicking myself. I'll put it in the description box because I really loved her book from Mother Mary. But Mother Mary was always telling her, invite me to tea. Invite me over for a cup of coffee. Invite me to have a conversation with you and develop that relationship with me. So you can do that with Krishna as well. And he's saying, yes, please. So awesome. Okay, Sita, you had 2 questions here, and Krishna is really pointing me to the bottom one. So I'm going to just focus on that one, okay? And your question is, my dear Lord Krishna, I was initiated into the Gaudiya Sampradaya. Sorry if I butchered that. As time went by, I realized that I was not qualified to be a disciple as the standards were too high for me. In time, I fell away. Have I committed offenses by this? Will my Guru Maharaj suffer because of my actions? Thank you, my dear Lord Krishna. I love you. He's saying, no, my dear, no. Absolutely not. This is your journey. You are on your own path. It is a beautiful path and one that only you can fully understand. No one outside of yourself should be or will be suffering because of the decisions that you made in your spiritual path. You are at a place where you have many decisions that you can make. Going within, providing self-love, understanding that you are only human. You are here to grow and to learn and to develop, and you are more than enough. There is no need to rise to standards that are too high for you. All you have to do is focus on your own vibrational frequency, focus on the love and light in your life, shine your light brightly for others. There are no standards that you have to live up to in order to be right within the eyes of spirit, of all spirit, of source and love and light himself. There are no standards too high for you, my dear. Just know that you are of love and light. And know that you are on a path of growth and discovery and joy. And embrace that path. Embrace yourself. Focus on your self-love and care. Focus on the positive thoughts. Always shift your thoughts to the positive. And watch your vibration rise in frequency. And know that you are always connected. No one is suffering because of decisions that you made in the past. And you can move forward and make new decisions in the moment, the now, right now. And he's just sending you a lot of love, Sita. There's no amount of love that you don't deserve or don't meet standards enough to accept. So don't worry about any of that. And just know that Spirit's really got your back and you have a really beautiful team. And yeah, it's all good. You're on your path. And I'm just seeing Krishna as a little boy just smiling really big. Like he's just seen his most favorite person in the entire world. And I just see him running up to you and giving you a big hug. So don't worry about any of that stuff. And that was really highlighted for me, and I feel like you really needed to hear that. So I hope that resonated with you. And he's just laughing at me now. But yeah, I'm sending you a lot of love and light too, Sita. Angel Fairy Child from Instagram is asking, can I sense spirits or is it just me? And Krishna's laughing. He's saying, my dear one, it is definitely not just you. You're asking this question for a reason. You've had experiences, sensed energy, or received signs and messages that make you question and are prompting you to start investigating and researching and opening up your mind and your feelings and your thoughts to not being alone, to being surrounded by spirit as you are. This is an important moment for you. You're just starting to awaken and blossom into your journey. And you can always call on Krishna, or any other being that you resonate with, that you feel comfortable with, that you think is really cool. Call on them. Call on your guardian angels as well. They are there with you right now. They're so happy they're asking this question because they've been working hard to get you a lot of signs and coincidences and messages, and you feel them. So just know that they're there, and your team is there. Your whole angel team is there. Not just guardian angels, but a team of angels that are helping you in all various ways. So yeah, definitely know that you're not alone. It's not just you. You're not making it up. Honestly, like, I just started channeling about a year and a half ago, and I had too many experiences before I started channeling to be able to just like write all of this off. Like, I never thought I would be doing this as a business, or doing this on YouTube, or doing this in groups, or for other people. I never even imagined doing this before, and it just led, you know, each experience builds and builds and builds, and it leads you on your path, and then you just find yourself in an amazing place, connecting with spirit on a regular basis and making positive, good decisions for yourself, your family, based on the loving guidance that you can receive through your various senses in your body. And it's just really amazing. And I'm so excited for you. And I can't wait to hear if you have any other questions. Feel free to keep posting on my posts. And I'd love to hear if you've practiced or had any sort of experiences they would be willing to share. Because honestly, it's really important to know everyone, like, everyone can channel, everyone can connect to spirit, everyone can receive guidance. It's just a matter of, are you willing to listen? Are you willing to quiet your mind? And Krishna is showing me like a snow globe, and in the snow globe, the inside of it is your mind, and he's shaking it, and he's showing me him holding the snow globe, and all the little flakes and bits and bobs are just floating down to the bottom. Are you willing to quiet your mind and watch the thoughts that are in that snow globe quiet and settle at the bottom? Ask your questions, and then listen with your body, with the energy around you. You can sense the energy outside of yourself, and you will get your answers. So he's saying, go forth. It's super exciting. Let's see here. Okay, Emma is asking, when I meditate, I sometimes experience my head and body spinning. My head and body spinning. Is it the energy in me that makes this happen, or is it something outside of me? It can be a bit distracting, but should I just follow the movement? Thank you, Krishna and Ashley. He's saying that, yes, it is your energy as well as energy outside of yourself. It's a mixture of both. How you can avoid this if it's uncomfortable or maybe overwhelming, or, as you say, distracting, you can hold crystals. This is a huge hunk of chrysoprase that I found, and it's just a raw piece. I hold on to it when I meditate. I hold on to a lot of other pieces of rocks. I have a lot of rocks, actually. And this really helps me because I often am meditating here where I do my channeling, or I just lay on the floor, or I'm meditating before I go to sleep at night. And it just helps me to kind of hold on to something that's really grounding, and then I get kind of centered, and then I can do a full meditation without feeling really disoriented or super dizzy. I often am laying down too when I meditate, so I may feel a little dizzy, but I'm not going anywhere, so I don't really pay much attention to it. I don't know if you're sitting up or doing more of a walking meditation. There's often movement meditations where you're doing like dishes or cleaning your house or whatever, and you're just kind of letting your thoughts drift by and you're asking your questions. That's a really great way to meditate as well for people who maybe can't just sit still and be really quiet all the time. Doesn't even have to be all the time. It can be like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, really build it up as you can. And it's really powerful to have that as a daily practice. But he's really pointing to the rocks, highlighting grounding. So you can also do meditation outside, and that can help you ground. So sitting in nice grass or leaning against a tree or sitting by a river or some sort of body of water, maybe a pond or a lake or a stream. Or the ocean. Being on the beach is like the best thing in the world. I live in Oregon, on the west coast of the US, and we don't really call it the beach because it's not like suntan beach. It's more of the coast where you have a heavy jacket and it's windy, but it's still really beautiful. And the beach is a really beautiful place. There's so much energy, grounding energy. It's a really powerful space. So he's really pointing to grounding for you, Emma, when you meditate or before or after you meditate. It really stabilizes your energy. So it's really good. And he's also saying this element of your question, should I just follow the movement? Have you tried doing that before? Maybe give it a try one time. If you just kind of want to let go, just go with it and allow it to happen. What happens when you do that? Sometimes when I'm channeling or when I am preparing to channel, I do a meditation. And when a lot of energy is coming in, my neck pops back. Like I can't control it. My neck just like goes right back, and I just kind of lean back, and I just have to let that energy come in. And so see what happens with it. Maybe it feels good and it's relaxing and it can help you get more into your meditation. If it's too distracting, then I definitely recommend grounding and focusing on that as your strategy. I hope that helps you, and hope that helps anyone else who's also feeling that too. It's kind of sometimes hard to do meditation if you're super busy, or you work a lot, or there's things going on. It's sometimes hard to keep it up, but even like 1 or 2 minutes throughout the day is really awesome in stabilizing and quieting your mind and kind of settling your own energy. Marcella is asking, I would like to know how long I am in the waiting space. Okay. Not really sure exactly what that means, Marcella, but Krishna can answer that. This is not a time for you to be waiting. It's more of a time for you to be resting, Marcella. There are many things, events, actions that will be taken, energy waves that are going to be anchoring more energy, love, and light within your vessel. And sometimes that's hard to balance with just regular daily life. So this is not necessarily a waiting period, but more of a rest period to prepare you for the next step on your journey. He's showing you really taking a lot of water, so drinking a lot of water, resting on maybe your couch or in a quiet space, or just lounging on your bed, maybe a little more than you normally do. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself, eating healthy foods like fruits and vegetables. I see you also taking walks outside, more in like a park setting. So definitely balance it out. Just know that it's just a time for rest in your life, and just embrace it. Just take things slowly and see what happens. And he's saying, enjoy this time as things will be picking up. So embrace it. Okay, cool. Tenzin is asking, she wrote kind of a longer statement, so I just kind of boiled it down to her question as, does she have a message from Ecuador? And her statement was she had been hearing Ecuador several times just when she had quiet moments, and the word Ecuador kept being repeated in her mind in like a very calming tone. So she's like, what is this thing about Ecuador? Krishna is saying, think about going there. Ecuador would be good for you. Maybe go on a vacation. Embrace the energies that are there. It is time to expand your horizons, and Ecuador would be a good place to energetically be, as well as there are interesting things to see, interesting events that would take place there if you were to go. Ecuador is a beautiful place. And your guardian angel is recommending Ecuador. So start doing research. Look at, are you even interested in going to Ecuador? Think about it. Do you have any time or vacation time allotted or coming up? They're really highlighting Ecuador on the map in my mind. And they're saying that there are many opportunities there, opportunities to learn. So that would be really interesting to kind of do your research. What are you interested in learning? The healing arts, shamanism? Are you interested in connecting with the energies that are there in Ecuador? Do you know of anyone from Ecuador, or do you potentially have any ties to ancestors that may be from Ecuador? You're saying there are some connections. Not necessarily current familial connections. They're hinting to like your other lifetimes. You may have had experiences there, and it would be beneficial for you to visit. So that would be super cool, Tenzin, if you went to Ecuador. I've seen a lot of beautiful photos of Ecuador. I personally haven't done much research recently on Ecuador, so I don't really know any of the current events or anything that's going on there, but I know there's just really beautiful places there. So definitely check it out, and I hope that resonates with you. And if you hear anything else on that, definitely let me know. I'd love to hear if like you did research and then you realized, oh my God, that's the place I've always wanted to go, you know? So let me know. Saren Odeb from Instagram is asking, can you ask for guidance for me or advice? Krishna is just saying, hello, dear one. He's showing you as a young child, and you're like growing year over year over year. And he's saying your energy is expanding. Your vibration is rising quite quickly. Know that you are growing and you're developing along your ascension path. And this is an exciting time. As he has said before, use discernment when doing research or asking your questions and really doing a lot of research online specifically, especially when you're reading books about things that may interest you. Let your interests, your internal guidance system kind of guide you along your research path. If you hear of books recommended to you, or if you see events or see maybe videos, or he's showing me a lot of books. If you see anything that's really catching your eye, follow that lead. As you are growing, you're developing, you need to consume information and really think about it and connect with it, connect with your teams. And you're well on your way. He's kind of patting you on the head. So I hope that resonates for you. Elizabeth is asking, she would like to know if Krishna could tell me what lies ahead for me in the coming months. This is a time, the next few months, Elizabeth, is kind of an incubation period. And I've heard this for myself as well. It's a time of kind of working on your projects, you know, getting your stuff done, focusing on yourself, or focusing on things that you want. So manifestation, taking action to bring about that which you long to have within your life. This is a time of, he's also using the word transformation. And he's showing me like little caterpillars going into their chrysalis and then coming out a big, beautiful butterfly. And the next few months are going to feel like kind of, he's not saying dark, but just kind of laser focus, like you're focused on a few certain things for quite a while. But this is okay. Focus and action and asking for love and support from spirit and from those around you. He's saying teamwork makes the dream work. So definitely reach out to him. He's showing himself kind of standing behind you in the background, and he's just kind of waiting for you to kind of recognize him. And he's showing you recognizing him, like seeing him in a crowd, like you're just walking through a crowd and you just see his face like standing there. And he thinks it's hilarious because you just kind of he just kind of pops out at you. So definitely call him in, have a conversation with him, ask him to help support you in the next few months. It's super exciting that you're kind of moving into this transformational period. I think a lot of people are. I think there's going to be some awesome stuff kicking off in 2020. So I cannot wait for 2020. It's going to be really exciting. And I have the last question here. David is asking, is there any message for me and any ancestor I can connect and work with? David, Krishna's showing me your body, but like you just standing there. And there's like two other versions of you kind of fading in and out, kind of like those pictures where you're there and then there's the red color of you and then there's the blue color, like the 3D glasses kind of image. I know there's a certain term for it, but I can't bring that to mind right now. And he doesn't care about the term. But he's showing me that picture of you and you bringing your two selves into your central self, kind of bringing everything into one and being united and aligned within your current body. And you've made some shifts and you've made this happen and you've brought all of yourself together. And he's just applauding you. He's very happy that you're all kind of in the central space. And he's really showing that there's a good connection between you and Gaia and you and spirit around you. And you're doing very well on your journey. And you're a very bright light for others to see. And he's showing me you in the center as this now central single being or self. And you're in the center and there's this ring around you of all these ancestors, all these soul group family members that are there for you. And you have the pick of the litter. Who do you want to contact? Is there anyone in your current family life that would be really would resonate with you? Are you drawn to a specific area in the world or a specific culture? And he's showing me the Egyptian culture. I don't know. I don't think you've expressed to me anyway that you're super interested in Egyptian culture, but I'm getting that as really highlighted for you. So maybe do some channeling, do some meditation on maybe ancestors or spirit guides, beings that work with you that are from Egypt. Or you can also call in Horus, because he was just here earlier this week with me. And you can ask him to come in and help you connect with your Egyptian ancestors. And he's also saying other selves. He's not just saying ancestors, he's saying other selves. So your other past, well, we call them past lives just for ease of use, but your other past lives who may have lived in Egypt or have been connected to the Egyptian culture in some way, definitely reach out to your higher self and ask for your higher self to come in and have your Egyptian selves or your Egyptian selves, past, present selves, to come in and connect with you. He's showing me a strong connection. So I don't know if you've explored this, David. I would be really interested to hear if you have or have had a resonance with the Egyptian culture. So definitely let me know if that resonates with you. And Krishna is just like, that's a matter of fact. So I don't know why you're why you're looking for confirmation, but I would like to hear it because it's interesting. And he's just laughing. And he's just saying, thank you all so much for your time, and please call on me if you so choose. This is an exciting time. There are many who are also in transformation, who are bringing about change, who are resting and need that rest in order to move forward. But all of us are where exactly we need to be. And he's saying this is the perfect moment to be, because that's all you have is the now. And he's just shining light. He's just super happy. And he's showing me as, again, an older teen now. And he's just hanging out. He's like, hey, bye, guys. So, yeah, I guess that's it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I hope this resonated with all of you. And let me know if you have any other recommendations for beings that you want to hear from. Krishna was a recommendation, and I am so grateful for that recommendation because I didn't really know anything about Krishna, and this has been a really amazing experience. So I'm going to go in and do some research, more research on him, and see kind of what is out there about him. I did not really delve too deep. I just kind of looked up a picture of him. So I am really, really excited to learn more about him. I love connecting with his energy, and I love that he's just of love. That's all he is, love and light. And it's just so beautiful. And yeah, I feel really honored to be able to channel him. And he's just bowing to me. He's saying, thank you, dear one, as well. And he's just saying, bye, y'all. Not really in those words. That's kind of threw me, but he's saying goodbye. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Love and light to all of you. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you're at in the world. Have a good one. Bye.